the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. They'll run for it with Bo Scarborough. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. They get it to him running left. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bears have taken the early lead. Parkey adds the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. With it on the return is Logan. Through an opening, and there he goes. Touchdown, Cardinals. A great play there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Cardinals are just an extra point away from tying this game. Dawson tacks on the point after, and we are tied at 7. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense now heading back out onto the field. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They begin the drive on the ground with Cohen. And he's got some space here. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a 1st down.
I don't care what the game plan was coming in. After these runs,
you're running it, right?
you make sure you keep circling on your play sheet, running plays that are working, and keep patting those big offensive linemen on the back. They're doing a great job.
Goes without saying the defense is going to have to adjust to it.
In a big way, and they've got to figure out, do they have to sell out to stop the run, or can they just do it better than what they've done so far?
It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Now Trubisky to throw. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Give him 30 yards there.
We just saw him hit a big play there on a deep post. And most of the time, the post isn't available because usually you have defenders in the middle of the field. But if you throw enough curls and crossing routes and underneath routes, I know from experience, they get tired of watching those balls get caught. They start to creep up a little bit, and that's when you can hit them big over the top.
That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Trey Burton, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Bears are in for 6. Parkey with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. With it on the return is Logan. Able to slither by. And some space here. And he's going to be out of bounds across the 50. Great return.
For a quick second there, I thought we were about to have a repeat performance of a kickoff return for a touchdown. This guy's on fire today.
A big welcome back carry for David Johnson, who almost missed all of last year. David Johnson on his way. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. And now it's Rosen looking. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right? Yeah. Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Detroit!
They go play action. It's Rosen. Airing this one out for Fitzgerald. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up third.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Now let's go. Green, 39. Green.
From the shotgun, it's Rosen. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And third down is a key down in any game you play. And third down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Looking deep for Gabriel. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. As David Johnson works his way back from the wrist injury, what are the hesitations, the cautions for him?
Well, number one, you want to make sure he's got full strength in the wrist because he's going to carry the football an awful lot, so ball security is important. And you definitely want to make sure there's flexibility there because he's been such a great pass catcher in the past. You want to make sure he gets back to being able to do that as well.
And they went for a big play through the air on second down, couldn't connect. Now it's third. They tried the throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Here's Andy Lee now as he'll kick it away for the second time. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And they'll let this one go right on the outskirts of the 10. They'll down it at the 11-yard line. Now the Bears offense ready to take over again. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 11. They'll start with a give to Cohen. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Hang on, we got you see it, you see it?
On 2nd down, Trubisky. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off at the 25, and they will take over at the 26-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On 2nd down, Rosen. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. That's the 3rd time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from him. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the 1st quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
Set. Blue landed.
3rd and long here for Rosen. And he's got Fitzgerald. Needed 13, and with a good spot, they got 13 and a 1st down. So finally completes his first pass. Credit the defense, though. They've been showing him some different looks, keeping him off balance.
Yeah, I like the observation that you had there, because when you give him different looks and give any quarterback different looks, it takes just a little bit longer to process sometimes, and you don't throw the ball with the same confidence. You're not sure that that's where you should go with the football, and that's worked for the defense early in this game, and now he's got his first completion. Let's see if his confidence comes back and he starts to get into a nice little groove.
Now Rosen to throw on 2nd down. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. Will Tye, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Cardinals are just an extra point away from tying this game. Dawson able to connect on the extra point, and we are tied at 14. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bears offense now getting ready to take over. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now, but let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for 2nd down. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. They run. This is Cohen. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And they drop him for a loss, but penalty markers are on the field. Let's see about the call. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
Here's a 1st and 10 now after they successfully drew him off sides. This is Cohen. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
Let's go, let's go.
Now they'll throw it with Trubisky. He'll leave it for Cohen, complete. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. Give him 2 yards on that play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Trubisky underneath to Davis. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The 13 yards that time and a 1st.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice gain.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. The tackle made there by Dayon Buchanan. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
Now Trubisky to throw on 2nd. They'll roll him out right. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Trubisky finding the former Eagle Burton for the Chicago 1st. On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup, and it'll make it 2nd down. Out of the gun, Trubisky. Oh, he almost had it. Already with 1 interception, just missing his 2nd there.
My man's getting a little loose with the football there, right? Interception before, almost had 1 here. He's got to start taking better care of it.
Yeah, really should have been back-to-back drives with interceptions. He's lucky there. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Looking to throw again, Trubisky. And he's got Snead. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a 1st down. Trubisky now 8 of 11 in this first half. He's got it 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Robert Kimdichi's pro day workout, I know it was only shorts, but that's about as good a workout I've seen from a defensive lineman in a long time. Incredible speed, quickness, and power all on display, and he used every bit of that to make that play.
He was such an athlete coming out of high school. I remember calling his bowl game in 2013 in Nashville. They lined him up and handed him the football as a running back. Well, not really a running back, a fullback, but he can just do a lot of things.
No doubt about it. The consensus #1 player in high school when he opted to go to Ole Miss. In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed, but all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
First touch of the game here for Benny Cunningham. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. They'll get 6 there on the run, but it brings up 4th down. They were 3 for 3 converting on 3rd downs on this drive, but that time didn't quite get there.
Yeah, defensively, maybe they just said, we're tired of this. Time to make a stand. And if you really want to pick this one up, you have to go for it on 4th down. And typically, on 4th down, the odds shift to the defense.
And Parkey's kick is good. And they take a 17-14 lead. So they get the field goal, but that was a 14-play drive to get 3.
You sound like you're going negative on me.
I was.
It sounds like you're thinking the 3 is just not that good.
And people say that we're negative sometimes. So,
well, here's the deal. Getting the 3 is good. Obviously, you would think on a 14-play drive you're going to get 6 out of it. But that type of a drive can pay dividends later on because you might wear the defense down.
Rosen and the Cardinals take over with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now the Bears electing to call a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Now a play fake here on 1st down. This one complete to Christian Kirk. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. So 2 minutes to go in a wild first half. More from the desert after this. The first down carry here for Johnson. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Throw right side, going to be caught by Seals-Jones. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down. This quarterback now 4 out of 10 throwing the ball in this first half, but he's got a 1st down here. They'll hand it off now. Johnson. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. No. Check. Patriot.
On second down, here's Rosen. And that one was nearly picked. Not sure he was accounting for the free safety. That brings up third down.
A pretty rocky start in this game for the guy throwing the ball. Already has thrown one interception. Almost threw a second one right there. All he's doing right now is giving the defense a whole lot of confidence.
3-19.
On third down, Rosen. Underneath for Johnson. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. And now the Bears going to signal for another timeout, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Here's Andy Lee now, as he's on to punt for Arizona. And he's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that could change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now Trubisky on 1st down. He's going to wind up and air it out. It's caught inside the 25. A big play there just before halftime. 51 yards. From the red zone now, here's Trubisky on 1st down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the right hash, this from 33. And Parkey's kick is good. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. On the return, it's Niall Davis. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line. And an update now from up in Seattle. And it's the Cowboys that have moved out to an early advantage. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor. Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 37.
Gotta go. Come on, gotta go.
Now Cohen. And an alley to run. Finding some room at midfield. And finally brought down at the 38. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a 1st down.
Dance class, anyone? Did you see the steps between the quarterback and the running back on that counter play? That's what you need for a good counter. You have to have it because you're setting up your blocking. There's a timing element as well, but they have to marry up their steps. Otherwise, that timing gets thrown out the window.
Timing was great there and a big run. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Davis. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
On second down, here's Trubisky. Throw left side, complete. It's Burton. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
And the penalty makes this a much more manageable third down, 3rd and 2. They'll try and pick it up by running the option to the right. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down.
I don't think there's any doubt that if it's me, I'd be really cautious about continuing to call this play because you got to know, defenders, if they get a free shot at the QB, they want to take it, and they want to take it big.
And they got it there on the option play for a loss. So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
The Cardinals offense now ready to get their first opportunity here in the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Rosen will throw. Dumping it off for Johnson. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Rosen. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because it nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
Here's Andy Lee now. He's been terrific so far. Fielded at about the 28. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Bears take over. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. So the ball moves from their own 41 to the other 41 here for 1st and 10. Now they'll run it on the toss. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And the Cardinals have got it going the other way. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. Rosen and the Cardinals take over with a 1st and 10 at their own 44.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Following a fumble recovery, it's Rosen. Hits his target, the tight end, Will Tye. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 23 yards on the play. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. From the gun, it's Rosen. He's going to air one out. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Will Tye with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Cardinals capitalize on the fumble as they turn it into 6. A little surprising they wouldn't go for 2, but this is up and good. And the lead is down to 2. So the lead shaved to 2 now as the kickoff is away. Returnable here for Davis. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Well, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. They go play action here on 1st down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. 2nd and 10. It's Trubisky again. Flush to his right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
On 3rd down, Trubisky. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 36. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
Well, this is simply a great read by a defensive back. It's 3rd and 10, so he sits right on where the yard-to-gain marker is, knows it's going to be a route around that distance, makes his read, breaks on the football, and makes a terrific play.
After the interception, here's Rosen. Pass incomplete.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, Johnson. And he spins away. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. He dropped it. Couldn't hang on in the end zone. So no 6 points, incomplete. He was waving his arms, wanted the football, but he dropped it. And that reminds me of a story you told me from your days at Tennessee. We don't need to mention the other guy's name, but When he dropped an open pass that you blew coverage on, what did you say to him?
Yeah, it's really not right since I blew coverage, but since he dropped the pass, I said, well, maybe next time he'll just walk it out here and hand it to you. Would that be easier? He wasn't real thrilled with that.
That's cold-blooded. Cold-blooded. And a nifty return there as he's all the way up past the 40-yard line.
That strong return has set them up nicely for this drive, and we all know the next score is going to have a major impact on this game.
And an update now from up in Seattle. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. Trubisky hitting Robinson for a big one, 57 yards. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Back at the 5-yard line now, second and goal. From the shotgun is Trubisky. And it's caught. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. A great effort there. His second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Bears are in for 6. Now Trubisky will lead the Bears up to go for 2. A toss running left. It's Cohen, and he will get into the end zone again, and he seems to have a nose for it as he gets both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And the Cardinals getting set to trot out there now. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
All right, here we go.
On second down, Rosen going for the deep ball. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Now Rosen looking to throw. And completes it to Kirk over the middle. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. And that one good for 16 yards and a first.
We saw everything we needed to see right there. Timing, anticipation, and accuracy. And when Josh Rosen throws a slant, if you're the receiver, get your hands up. Otherwise, the ball is going to stick right between your numbers in your chest.
Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale. It's Cardinal football, but they trail here as we get set to bring you the 4th and final quarter. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10.
Here we go now. Boom, landing.
Throwing now, Rosen on 1st down. Lets it go for Nelson. He's got it at the 15. And he takes this thing way down into Chicago territory. A huge play there for Arizona. 47 yards. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. Now a handoff, Johnson. And he stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
On play action, Rosen. And his throw here is incomplete. J.J. Nelson, the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney!
On 3rd down, Johnson. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
And Dawson's kick is good. And that'll bring him back within 4. So an interesting call there to take the 3. I mean, I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but, 4th quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the end.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They begin with a run by Davis. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. My music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. Brought in left side by Snead. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pick up there, 26 yards. Trubisky now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the 2nd half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Now they'll run it with Cohen. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. From midfield now, here's Trubisky. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
The Bears on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Here's Trubisky to throw. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Trey Boston. Oh, shifty. There he goes right side. And they will score. It's a pick 6 for the Cardinals touchdown. This game, it's been defensively oriented on both sides, so I guess it stands to reason that the play of the game comes on defense.
Well, it's my kind of game. You know that.
That's
Anytime we have a defensive battle, but that, as you said, it stands to reason that's the way the game tilted. Someone had to make a big play, and the way the defenses were dominating, that's exactly what we got.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense now gets set to head back onto the field. And following the pick six, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick six, we'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Now they try the right side here. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Cohen. Call it a gain of 5, and it'll be a 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Out of the gun, Trubisky. He'll leave it for Cohen, complete. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Now and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Chandler Jones in there to get him for a loss of 5. Jones had 4 years in New England, now in his 3rd with the Cardinals.
And he's really gotten acclimated in the desert, hasn't he? 11 sacks in his first season with the team in 2016. 17 last year, which led the NFL. And how about his last 5 years? 58 sacks, the most in the NFL.
Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. From the gun, it's Trubisky. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. And we've got movement. I think this is against the Bears here. Let's find out. Every penalty so critical at this stage of the game as now they've got it 3rd and long. Now Trubisky. And this is Gabriel on the catch. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. They do get 18, but even that won't be quite enough. It's 4th down. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the left hash, this from 46. And this kick is not going to get there. It's short and no good. Well, he was 3 for 3 to that point, but he couldn't keep the perfect game going.
Did someone mention it on the bench and jinx
Maybe
it?
jinx him a little bit.
Well, you doubt it had anything to do with overconfidence, but hey, it's an inexact science. These things do happen.
They begin the drive with Johnson. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Oh, Rosen's going to throw it. Trying to lay one up deep. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
There's definitely contact there, but it's the fourth quarter of a kind of tight game, and sometimes the officials just say, let them play. Kind of like your mom used to with you and your brothers. Just take the broom to you and send you out to the backyard and tell you to settle it yourselves.
I like that. Yeah, there was contact. I don't know, like you said, enough to warrant the flag. It was close, though. Now it's Rosen. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And now the Bears going to signal for another timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Andy Lee now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
And not too much going there as he'll get it up to the 23-yard line.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they were hoping, this big deep.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
You'd have to think likely another running play coming here, 2nd and 11.
Watch him now, Barney.
They go to Johnson again. And this may be a carbon copy as he'll again be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
Hey, you got 4. You got 4 down. 4 down.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
On 3rd down, it's Johnson. Johnson jostles free. It's a pickup of 13, and with that 13 yards, this ball game just about over. Well, that looked like an example of what you said back in the first half. A running back of his size can really wear down a defense. I think he's starting to do that.
I think you're exactly right. And know what else he's doing? He's inspiring the rest of his team because they see this starting to happen as well.